Welcome back to this edition of The Lead. I'm Amy Gallo. This week we're taking a look at how the community is coming together to make a positive impact on those in need and the environment. Alachua County firefighters are teaming up with the Florida Department of Health to deliver at-home COVID vaccines to the elderly. The new initiative, called Community Health Team, was launched on January 19th. So far, 30 Alachua County residents have been fully vaccinated with 2 doses. Another 121 have received the first dose. Residents aged 65 or older can receive a vaccine through the Community Health Team if they are referred to the fire rescue by the local health department. Vaccine referrals can be obtained by registering with the local health department or calling to say you're eligible. To view the complete story and for any of your other news needs, check out WUFT.org. As the pandemic continues, the Biden administration is working to get a $1.9 trillion aid package through Congress. The Lead's Anthony Montalto has the latest on what the White House is calling the American Rescue Plan.
The House Budget Committee meets today to debate and discuss the American Rescue Plan, but what does the plan include? Let's break it down. The proposal is a $1.9 trillion aid package designed to stimulate the U.S. economy. The package includes $1,400 payments to individuals, and new this time around is the fact that adult dependents like college students are eligible. Adult dependents were left out of the first 2 rounds of stimulus payments. Children over 16 didn't qualify as dependents for stimulus purposes. The proposed bill gradually increases the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2025. In November, Florida voters decided to raise Florida's minimum wage to the same amount. Florida's minimum wage will reach $15 in 2026. Also on the list is billions in funding to schools and small businesses, as well as boosts to unemployment benefits. According to several sources, House Democrats say they plan to push a vote on the bill this week. For The Lead, I'm Anthony Montalto.
Many counties throughout the state have experienced changes in recycling rates and contents during the pandemic. WUFT's Violet Cumberweiland shows us what these changes look like in Alachua County.
The Alachua County Material Recovery Building is a powerhouse. Employees work diligently to separate garbage from recyclables.
We process here on average about 1,800 tons per month. Alachua County and the city of Gainesville have a really good, strong recycling program.
Behind me, there's some recyclables, a glass breaker separating glass from recyclables, and an assembly line manually separating these things.
A recent WUFT article reported how Florida likely fell short of its recycling goal, which is currently 75%. Despite this, Alachua County was able to meet its interim goal of recycling in 2018, which was 70%. Recycling Program Coordinator Jeff Klug says rates depend greatly on external factors.
The way the state counts recycling is they include things like construction and demolition debris, and as well as concrete. We actually count the material that gets burned at the biomass plant here in Gainesville at Deer Haven Renewable Energy Center. So we get all those credits that make up our complete recycling percentage.
Alachua County Material Recovery Facility Plant Manager Charles Hobson says the pandemic changed many aspects of recycling.
We've seen a little bit of increase because of a lot of online shopping. So we've saw a lot of increase in cardboard.
Klug says Alachua still produced a large amount of recyclables during the pandemic.
Garbage never really stops, so it really didn't affect us too much. So it basically just where it came from, but it all ends up here anyway. So
to learn more about the recycling goal or more information on recycling rates, please visit WUFT.org. For The Lead, I'm Violet Cumberweiland.
Playgrounds are a place for children to explore and have fun. However, many playgrounds are not constructed for kids with disabilities. Celebration United Methodist Church decided to change that.
Let Them Come is a playground where children of all abilities can play side by side. It features a wheelchair-accessible merry-go-round, a swing, a sandbox, and many other pieces that you find in a regular park. This $55,000 park was built by the community for the community. Amy Mitchum, a mother of a child with special needs and one of the partners of this project, says this new playground represents more than just a place to have fun.
It represents support from our community. It represents adults believing in good. I'm passionate about this because I feel like we can do something good.
Celebration United Methodist Church is relying on the help of the community to build an extension of the playground in Phase 2. If you want to contribute to this movement, visit www.celebrationgnv.org. For The Lead, I'm Jocelyn Donoso.
As we begin the last week of Black History Month, WUFT's Gabriela Mercurio tells us how our community honored lynching victims and the BLM movement over the weekend.
The Gainesville Community Remembrance Project partnered with the Equal Justice Initiative to honor Gainesville lynching victims. Organizers held the soil collection ceremony to illuminate the traumatic era of racial terror lynchings. The soil was collected in early February from the sites where Tony Champion, Andrew Ford, Lester Watts, and 8 others were lynched. The soil was also collected from 3 symbolic sites: Hazley Lynch Park, Evergreen Cemetery, and Mount Pleasant Cemetery. Several members of the community presented speeches and poems, including Reverend Carl Smart.
These lynchings, largely tolerated by state and federal officials, peaked between 1880 and 1940, and they represented some of the most brutal violence, terrorism, humiliation, and barbarity in American history.
Family members of the victim, Lester Watts, also spoke. Attendees were invited to participate by filling the jars with soil. 12 of the jars will be sent to Montgomery, Alabama, where they will be displayed in the Legacy Museum. The other 12 will be on display in Alachua County. Gainesville Dream Defenders and the University of Florida Black Student Union brought Black history to the forefront through a Black History March. Organizers marched to raise awareness about Black history and shine a light on the issues which continue to affect Black students in the local community. The march began at noon with speeches from organizers and students at UF's Rights Union. Organizers are calling for the university to rename the Rights Union and break its ties with Aramark, UF's food service provider. UF recently extended its contract with Aramark until June 2022 due to COVID-19, a university spokesperson wrote in a statement. The university is still in the process of selecting a new food provider beginning July 2022. Marchers moved around to different locations such as Tiggert Hall with designated speakers at each stop. Organizers say Black history is prevalent all year.
We'll be covering more stories on Black History Month throughout the week, so make sure to tune in. For The Lead, I'm Gabriela Mercurio.
That's it for this edition of The Lead. Thanks for watching. I'm Amy Gallo. Have a great day.